welcome to another video from Phace Installations. Very popular car in today, a Kia Sportage. You see a lot of these around, especially Kias and Hyundais these days, but they're a little bit lacking in the entertainment side of things. So we're going to be taking out that old stereo and we're going to be putting in a beautiful Pioneer touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. No CD player. Most people don't want CD players anymore, but we do models with CD players. But yeah, we're going to get on, fit this one, and come back after the break and see how we've got on. Okay, welcome back. So we've all done. Let's show you what it looks like. So we get in the vehicle. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Pioneer 250 DAB touchscreen stereo system. So this has got Bluetooth hands-free, music streaming. We've utilised the factory USB socket down here and the auxiliary socket. So you can plug anything into those two and it will come up on our Pioneer stereo screen. So ideal for charging your phone and obviously connecting to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on which phone you have. And this customer's got an iPhone. So switch it on, up comes the Pioneer logo, and then it will connect. If your phone's plugged into that USB socket, connect to Apple CarPlay. Now I've also linked it to the steering wheel controls. So some of the controls on the steering wheel will work the Pioneer, and we've also kept the illumination function when we've replaced that panel. And it looks like it's jumping around a little bit on the screen, but that's just my phone filming this. It is absolutely crystal clear, very high resolution image. But now you've got all the functions of Google Maps or Apple Maps or Waze, whatever sat-nav you've got built on your phone is now on this screen. Plus you've got all your hands-free phone calls, music streaming, you can even pay for car parking using the Ringo app. Very, very good. Just makes life so much easier having this more modern entertainment system, and it looks just like your iPhone on the screen, so very, very easy to use. My music of choice is Spotify. Now we're restricted to playing music, so just briefly, quickly show you there that it's working and the sound. Now if you press the top left hand corner button on this, it'll bring up the Pioneers menu, so you can go into DAB radio if you want to play the radio, or if you want to play old-fashioned FM, you can play that as well. And then while you're listening to DAB or FM, you can then jump back to Apple CarPlay, so you get all the functions from Apple CarPlay while you're still listening to standard radio if you so wish. You can store all your favourite stations down there, 1 to 6. So we listen to radio 2, but we could be in the sat-nav function on Apple CarPlay. Absolutely brilliant this is. Now the phone buttons, these buttons at the bottom, they won't work when you replace the stereo, but you still get to use these, the volume up and down. You can still use that function, and you've also got the skip function here, so you can skip through different radio stations, tracks, etc., which we'll quickly show you now. So we're on radio 2, number 2, you can see, and then if you press up or down, you can see that it will go through the different radio stations if you decide you want to do that rather than touch the screen. And then you've got the multi-function bit here, so that's the mute, so that will mute the stereo or lower the volume of the stereo if you're trying to talk to a passenger. And then the button at the top, the little circle, jumps through different functions on the stereo, so you could jump through the radio to Bluetooth to a connection on your iPhone. Not that most people would use that, it would just be easier to just press the button there, but your choice. We've utilised that. to make this a lot more modern vehicle. Switch it off and off it goes. So in these Kias, there's a few different types of stereos. I think there's a black stereo, silver stereo, and in the boot we also need to know whether there is a speaker in the boot. This will tell me whether the vehicle is amplified or not, for different parts for us to pick. So that little porthole will be filled with a speaker if it's amplified, and if it's not, then it's not amplified. Simple as that. If you like what we do, give us a call, book your vehicle in, but thanks for watching.